What is up, guys? Today I'm going to show you the easiest shiplap tumbler you've ever seen. I mean, like, we're going to skip a few steps that most other tutorials go through, and we're going to save tons of time, and you're going to be able to get this all done in one day. First, I got to clean this pig stop. Let's go! I'm starting with an already powder coated slick white base. If your tumbler is not powder coated white, don't worry. If you want to learn how to take your bare metal to this, watch this video right here and I'll show you exactly how to do that. And then you can come back and catch up with us. Good. Alright, now mine is going to be a navy theme. And I just printed out a navy logo on some printable vinyl. Get out of the way. Focus. There you go. And so I'm not going to do the traditional wood. I'm going to do like a stainless steel look, but if you want to do more of a wood look, go watch this video right here. It shows you how to do the wood tutorial, but instead of going this way, you probably want to go that way, like that, and then everything else is the same. First step is to paint your water down, and since this is going to be like a navy ship, I'm going to leave it white, and this is the color I want for my water, brilliant blue, and it's a navy cup, so I feel like I gotta use navy. I don't know. I'm just gonna put the bottom, make it dark. Oh, it's gonna look cool, like deep blue water. Ooh, scary. Anyway, and then I got white again, kind of take my fade back down so my fade is nice. I'm gonna have a nice gradient. Alright, so I decided to make it a little more splattery looking. Bring in for a close-up. So I thought that would be cooler with the water going, because you're going to see through what we're going to do, you know, the little swirly waves part. Anyway, next part is to make this look like kind of shippy, I guess. This is where you can just do it however you want. If you want to do the wood, oops, I'll pick that up later. Wood grains. I'm not doing wood. Get out of here. You could use a brush and brush it on and make it all distressed and cool looking. You could do the brushed aluminum look like I did on the mailbox video right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this stencil here, which if you remember was the water from the Sunset Hydro Flask video that I did. And I'm not going to point and shoot. I'm going to show you a different technique to create little swoopies. And I'm going to use, nope, not that one. Where'd it go? This one, slate. And I'm going to use my airbrush. And then we're going to just like go, I'll just show you. Just watch. Come on. See what that does? Creates like a cool texture. Oops, I hit the camera. Do as much or as little as you want. But by pulling it and spraying, it creates a elongated line, which I love. I think it's awesome. You might not like it. If you don't like it, don't do it. Whatever. I'm hitting it double time, back and forth. Listen, let's take a break for a second. Now, of course, this is an expensive airbrush, but a lot of you asked me about airbrushing, and I mentioned this in this video with the tie-dyed, and the only time I used for airbrush for that one was, oh geez, focus, was for the shadowing, and actually, it really came in handy to fix a boo-boo that I did, and if you don't know, go watch the video, you'll see. And like I said, this one is an expensive one. I'll put a link in the description, and it's actually in that tie-dyed video also, to a inexpensive but really decent airbrush that's perfect for you to get your feet wet and see if you like it. If it's something you're going to want to do, it is a really awesome tool to have. It's so awesome, it's in the name of my channel. And if you look down there and you see the name of my channel and you look over here and it says subscribe and it's red, hit it and turn it gray. Like this slate color that I'm using. See? Look at that. Okay, thanks. Let's get back to it. Another trick here. Let me turn, oh gosh. Let me turn this off. You see this whoosh right here? If you don't want a hard line, hold it away from the surface a little bit. So if you're right up on it, you're going to get a hard line. If you're back a little bit, you're going to get a little fuzzy line, which is cool, different effects. I don't know any other, oh my gosh, I about killed my camera. I don't know any other tool you can do that with. So, and I'll put a link to this water stencil. But really, you could go watch my sunset video and get the link there too. All these links to all this stuff is in all my videos. So if I use a tool, I love it, I like it, I want you to have it. Oh gosh, it's in my video. I put it in the description. So read the descriptions and comment below that and tell me if you find this helpful or not. All right, now I got my lines pretty cool. I'm just gonna fog a random splotchy gray over the whole thing because it's a steel ship and they're gray. So do what you want. I mean, I'm just doing extra details that I think of that make sense to me that I'm like, oh, that's cool, I'll just do that. And I usually like to make my rims darker. I don't know why. My top and my bottom's darker. I just think it looks cooler. And so the next step is, normally I would probably do this with a Sharpie and draw my lines on and my dots like this. Come here, come down here and look at here. Oh, not too far. Like, draw your lines, boom, boom, you know, dot, 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 and maybe one here, dot there. You know, like your shiplap, yeah, that's it, shiplap design. And you can do it with this, which works great. And if you've seen this pen in this video right here, where I just did it on the number 2 pencil, I did old number 2 on it. Oh wait, that didn't sound right. Drew the number 2. I didn't do a number 2 on it because that would be gross. But anyway, same pen, same Sharpie. It works better than a regular Sharpie. So I just wanted to take a second because I know somebody's going to ask and they're going to be like, I want exactly what you got. So instead of using a Sharpie or anything like that, I'm just going to freehand it. So you do it how you want. You don't have to do this. It's extra. And the reason I'm freehanding it is because I don't want the lines perfect. I don't care. And I want it faded at the bottom where I'm going to make my water splashes. So just do however many lines you want. It doesn't matter. You could, if you're not comfortable freehanding, you could totally just put some tape on there or something. Okay, so I realized I made this look a lot like wood, and I'm okay with that. I don't care. It's fine. It's still got the vibe and the look I'm going for. But if you really want to know how to make this look like steel, I really suggest you check out my, I got a lot of videos in the card right here, that little eye logo. I really recommend you checking out my mailbox video. I did some silver and then just a simple pull with the Scotch-Brite pad gives it that brushed aluminum look. It really sells the metal, but I really wanted the rivets and stuff like this. So, we're just gonna roll with it. Next, we're gonna do the dots for the nails or rivets or whatever crap you want to call them. Of course, you can use this. Dot, 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 dot. But I'm going to utilize the tool of the airbrush. Yeah, go figure. But the reason why is because you can hit here and pull back. It'll put paint. And then when you let go and just have air, it blows air. So it creates what's called a blowout. So it'll have a definition. I'll just have to show you. And then you can rewind it and listen to this really crappy explanation. And then you'll get it. Okay. Can you see that? Do you see the effect I'm talking about? I don't know if that gets close enough for you. See it looks like a rivet. How rad is that? Yeah, I got a little messy there. Doesn't matter. It's not perfect. Quit criticizing me. Jeez. Alright, this looks great. And you could stop a long time ago, whatever. But I'm just showing you how far you can take it. Just because I got my airbrush with the black, or the gray already in it, whatever. I'm going to take and do some shadows. And I'm going, like a boat's been out on the sea and you get those little drip marks off the rivets and stuff. So I'm just going to put some of those real quick just to add like next level detailing. You know what I'm saying? Now, instead of epoxying and doing our swirls, we're going to go ahead and put whatever graphics, decals we want. I'm going to pick my spot where I want it. And right here, I'm going to put my Navy logo. Booyah! Jeez, I cannot grab this piece of junk with my big old fingers. Oh, I know. Voila! Y'all seen these before. Yeah, you know it. My go-to, my pink tweezers. Link in the strip. You gotta have them. Especially if you got big fingers. Can't pull stuff off. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Bruh, you don't even have to do the water. You can just leave it like that. But, yeah, it's silly talk. Of course we're going to do the water. All right, I'm going to help a lot of you out. And if you're getting your decal on, you know, like some of you are like, oh my gosh, I scratched it. Some of my back and pulled the paint. Well, mine didn't. But if it did, listen, this is a ship. It's going to have some battle wounds. And you're welcome. Just go with it. All right, so now we're rolling. We're ready to do our water effect. And let me show you what I got rolling here. For the dark bottom deep ominous part, I got aquamarine. And these are all from the same kit from my last video with the Yoda and the Mica Powders. Go watch that and get you this. This is amazing. All the colors you could ever think of. And I was trying to figure which colors I wanted to go to. This one, I mean, come on, Black Sea. But it's a little turquoisey. I'm trying to stay with just the regular blues and mint. Definitely if I was doing a beach. But I think I'm going to go with these three. And for the white billows, I'm just going to do epoxy and some white alcohol ink. And for the blue pearl, I'm going to put a little bit of sailboat blue. I mean, come on, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Sailboat, ocean, I mean, I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my darkest and go darkest to lightest. I want the light wispy on the top, so at least that's what's in my head. So that's what I'm going to do. And that makes me happy. Anywho, so there's no real technique. It's just crazy. I mean, you just do it on with your little sticky thingy, however you want to, however much you want to. But listen, you want some of this sweet fade that you did to come through. Don't forget, throw some on the bottom, let it spin around. Just have fun, man. Don't be crazy. And then just go a little. Spread it around. Who cares? Don't have it. I mean, waves, make it wavy if you want to. Too many times we look for the exact rules on exactly how do we do this? How do I do that? Just do it. You'll figure it out. You'll figure out what you like, what works, what looks good, what looks like poop. So, this might look like poop. I don't know. If it does, I'm going to say it's beautiful anyway. You got to make sound effects too. Why not? Alright, that's cool. Just keep going. Just keep going. All right, I think I'm just gonna do a little on the top here. The sound effect. Starting to get a little frothy up here. We made it all the way around. Congratulations. Let's do a little couple whips on it. Why not? Do it like this way and this way, because you know how the waves make the peaks. I don't even know if that's true that it'll do that, but it makes sense to me. So this will be a much different take on the shiplap, whatever. I hope the ship doesn't wreck, because it's a Navy ship. They're protecting us at the seas. Put it on the bottom, let it spin, do its fun little thing. Let's get a little wispy up here. And you can take your, I wouldn't take a heat gun, but maybe a blow dryer. Blow it up to the top a little bit there. Mix it around, let it spin for a minute. Like, it's gonna move around, it's gonna do its own thing. So that's why I say, don't even worry about having so much control. It's gonna spin and mix. And then the white's gonna go up top here. Let's go ahead and do some of that. Like, if you don't like, you can do it however you want to. No, I'm gonna put some clumps so they can be moving around. So this is real choppy up here. I'm just doing whatever I think it might do. And look, I'm gonna put some on the graphics because I think that'd just be a cool touch, just to have some going on the graphic. That might be a little enough there. Let's put a few spots here. Can you see? Got a little bit there. A dot here or there. So it's going to keep moving. It's going to keep spinning. You can take and do a little wavies with it. You got white on here. Just white, dip, drip. You know? And I'm going to keep the white more up top because I think it looks cool that way, because I want to keep that separation from the deep blue to the part beating against the ship here. Dude, that's looking so sick. I want to go up here with this one. Pow, pow, pow. Sound effects works every time. All right, I'm digging that. I'm going to put a little white on the bottom. Let it spin a little bit. We got some action going on down here. Can't leave it out. So let that spin. If you want to keep messing with it, you can, but you just let it do its thing. Come back in about 5 or 10 minutes. If you want to manipulate something, don't be afraid to touch it with your stick. It's no big deal. So let it roll, do its thing. Oh, look how it's just going over the graphic. And when you're happy with this, leave it alone. And in 3 to 4 hours, probably 4 depending on your weather, when it's a little tacky on the bottom, just a little tacky still, we're going to put our final coat on, and then you're going to see this. All right, so I'm going to do a different kind of reveal on this one today, because I just need you guys to see all these details. And look, off camera, I didn't touch it anymore. I let it do what it was going to do, swirl. Look at this. This looks like a wave crashing over. And you remember I just did my popsicle stick just like that. Seriously, this is insane. Look at this. And you know, I took it up, whirled it up. That's it. I mean, seriously. What detail. And it always amazes me when the epoxy is on and it brightens and crisps up everything. Is just insane. And The bottom, I never show the bottom, but it does a little swirl thing. I drug my popsicle stick around it, you know, and just let it do its thing. That's all you do. Look at the waves. And then the back, I got that little logo, but you see through this where I splatter painted it on my fade, and it just looks like water splash. I can't even, splashing up on the top. And where the white went over, just, I don't know. I'm loving this. This turned out exactly like I wanted. So, and I showed you guys everything. I didn't cut anything out. I mean, man, those colors are insane. I mean, it's for a dude. It's got a little bling to it, and it's awesome. I mean, I would drink out of that like every day. What about you? Of course, it turned overnight, and this is the next day, so I could touch it, you know. But other than that, you did it in one day. You're ready to move on to the next thing. So let's go.